Namaste. So the next part of our practice is we're going to take everything that we've already created from the last part, that sun energy that we just tapped into, and we're going to take that and we're going to bring it upwards with a technique that's called Uddiyana Banda. Uddiyana means a rising up. Banda means to lock. So we're going to rise that energy upwards and we're going to hold it in position. This is a very strong technique to do. So there are precautions with this. So if you are pregnant or menstruating, you do not do this. If you have hiatal hernia or hernia in general, you do not do this. If you have concerns about whether you should or should not do this, consult with your healthcare practitioner prior to doing it. It 100% is done on an empty stomach, food or liquid, empty stomach. So 4 to 5 hours for food, hour to an hour and a half for liquids. It's only done on the exhale. So what we're going to do is we're going to take in a very deep inhale and then we're going to exhale. Now this can be done standing or sitting. Standing is classical, sitting, you don't see it as done as often, but this is fine. Seeing that we're going from one thing to another, we're going to do it in a sitting position. So it's done in this manner where you take your hands, you're going to put them on your knees. You're going to take in a full breath. As you exhale all the breath out, you then tuck your chin and you slightly lean forward. When all of the air is out of your stomach, you then pull your stomach up. So again, when all the air is out of your lungs, you pull your belly up and in to create this kind of a cavity, a hollow underneath your rib cage. This is a very, very powerful technique to do. You don't need to hold the position for very long. 10 to 20 seconds is sufficient. If you're adept at this, then hold it longer. There are some other sorts of things that you can do when you're in this particular technique, but for us, as we're beginning to just kind of sequence this thing together, just merely pulling this in is going to be a good position for us to do and a good starting point. So we're going to do that 3 times. So let me just demonstrate how it looks so you can kind of get an idea of what it looks, what's going on. So a deep breath in and then exhale all the air out. And then I will pull in. Okay, so I was doing that so you could see that I'm sucked up and in. That's what you're trying to do. You're trying to suck up and in. My chin comes down and locks into neck lock. Your root lock will slightly activate all on its own. You don't really need to do too much with that because it will. Most of your focus should be in here. And again, what we're trying to do is pull this upwards. We're trying to pull up that sun energy that we just created, and we're holding that in place by doing that. So again, a full inhale, a full exhale. Once the exhale and your lungs are empty is there, then and only then do you pull in that belly so that you get that hollow underneath the rib cage. Your belly button, navel point, is pulled backwards and up. There's a nadi point down there. A nadi point is a channel, and that channel is Grand Central Station, for lack of a better word. All of the other nadis all intermix in this one particular point. So we are pulling that point upwards, locking all of that energy into position so that we can use that as fuel for the next part of our practice. So again, pregnant, no. Menstruating, no. Hernias, no. You're uncertain, no. You can substitute this with long, deep breathing. Namaste.